is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with another episode of our No Money Spent Squad series. And the first question is, Ty, are you going to be grinding for Deron Williams? Well, possibly. Next thing is, we did go through and we did sell some things. So, yesterday I told you guys there were shoe boosts that you could just sell and make a decent amount of MT. Just know, today this video started at 51,000 MT. And not all of it is from shoe boost. A lot of my shoe boosts didn't even sell. But look at how much MT I've already made strictly on useless shoe boosts just because of the daily agenda. I mean, that is something that on my Xbox account, I even made more MT off. I made on my No Money Spent account 6,000 MT strictly off of shoe boost. Now, this other stuff, yes, it's badges, which you guys are seeing. A lot of my badges that I've grinded for and gotten, they sell for something, right? Floor General 2850 is crazy. Dream Shake 600. I mean, they sell for something. The floors. I mean, King's Floor 1900, Thunder Floor 2900, jerseys. I mean, before you know it, you blink, and we've got nearly 100,000 MT, which is just crazy, right? I mean, we go from having 50,000 MT to be like, oh, well, you know, you're in kind of a bad situation, to now, we literally, by the end of me selling things, might have 100,000 MT. That's how crazy it is. And that's how, I mean, in my opinion, easy it is to make MT this year. I want to do this. Want is not necessarily the right word. I don't necessarily want to do this. I'm going to do this. Is Deron Williams probably worth it? No. So what do I need to focus on? Well, the first thing is 57 points and 7 assists with the Nets player. 31 points and 16 assists with Mavs players. So let's just see Nets players and Mavs players. What do I got? Well, I got KD for my Nets player. Perfect. So now I just need a Mavs player, right? I don't even need Devin Harris. I just need a Mavs player that can get me 31 and 16. Instead of just spending my MT getting Rolando Blackman, there's somebody in here who I think you guys need to kind of keep your eye on. And look, guys, are the options in here that great? No. I'll be the first to tell you, these options are not great. But McKinley Wright. Think what you guys want about it. You guys are going to be like, what, Ty? Why are you going with McKinley Wright? Well, here's why, okay? McKinley Wright. Here's what you're looking at. 5'11", 66 3 ball. That doesn't matter, guys. He has the point guard eligibility, and that's what you need to focus on, because that's going to be really easy to get 16 assists with. After that, I need 124 assists with Cavs players. Okay. I need Jazz players at the end of my bench. We'll make that happen. And then threes with point guards. So, KD, 57 and 7. Need 31 and 16 with my man with the plan. I need 3 Jazz players at the end of my bench. That's the next thing in order. Don't have any Jazz players. So right back to the token market, I got to get 3 Jazz players to get started on this pretty easy agenda. Boom, just like that, I've got the 3 Jazz players I need. These guys will never play for me. They're really just here to get that part of it done. Whether I play in MyTEAM Unlimited, whether I play anything, I can have these Jazz players at the end of the bench that count towards those 20 wins. So that's the important thing. If I need to go into triple threat on offline at the end of it, I will. So I got KD, I got McKinley Wright. I need a Cavs point guard. I'm just going to pick up Raul Neto because he'll help me get some assists. And if you guys are wondering, you know, how to get the man with the plan, Deron Williams, no, I don't think he's that great. I definitely recommend you guys looking into what I'm doing. So Ricky Rubio, boom, just like that. Gonna add him in here. And what does Ricky Rubio really do, or what is he gonna provide? Well, I need assists with Cavs players. It's that simple. And then after that, it gets pretty easy. I need 137 3-pointers with point guards. Who is my best point guard that can shoot threes? You're probably looking at Steph Curry. Gonna add Steph Curry in here as well, right here at that shooting guard position. 31 and 16 with McKinley Wright. 57 and 7 with KD. Then after that, I'm putting Ricky Rubio at point guard. I'm going to put Steph at shooting guard. It's simple. And then I'm just going to pass the ball from Ricky Rubio to Steph Curry. And simply put, guys, going to go absolutely nuts with Steph Curry. It's that simple. This is the map of what you guys need to do. Deron Williams, hey, he might not be great, but he will definitely help my No Money Spent squad out. So I'm going to go in here, basketball fundamentals, into the post defense or post offense one is what I want, inside scoring. And this, really what we're doing. It's 12-minute quarters on semi-pro. Let's see what I can rack up. Now, I'm not going to make you guys sit through all of this, but I'm going to give you guys the general idea of what you guys need to do and to get accomplished. Because the quicker you can get McKinley Wright out of the game, the better, right? Because then you can start working on those Cavs assists. So that's kind of the first thing I would tell you guys to do is work on McKinley Wright before anything else, right? Because once you get his done, everything else will kind of just take place, right? And you'll get done what you need to. Dude, being so slow at everything. Yep, get the ball to McKinley Wright. Find Kevin Durant in transition. Boom. Already a great start. I mean, we got a long ways to go. I know that, but that's exactly what you're looking for. On this end of the court, the best thing to do to rack up points, just let them score. That's all you got to do. Just literally run out of the way. Let them score as much as they want to. Back to KD, another easy one. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of this early on in the game until we can get McKinley Wright out of the game. For everybody that was complaining about even Elgin Baylor, and I get there's some parts of that, the double-double is not being compounded, whatever else. There's stuff to complain about, but as long as these challenges are still in the game, I mean, I have 29 points and 10 assists with McKinley Wright, bro. Like, to complain about this, I just don't think is, I don't know, man. I just think there's way other things to complain about. All I need is 6 assists with McKinley Wright. And then he's basically done, right? I mean, that challenge is done. And then I go crazy with KD. And then I start working on the long challenges. And then the games with the Jazz players, that can just happen in MyTEAM Unlimited or literally any other game mode you play. And so, like, I get why some people are complaining. And is it a long grind? Sure. But this is easy. I literally need 2 more assists with McKinley Wright. And KD's challenge is about done as we're going through this thing, too. That might not go in. That was actually a good contest. But KD only needs, 13 more points. And then he obviously needs the assist as well. But that's not going to be super difficult to get done. I mean, these challenges are gonna get done relatively fast. And I get that's why if people are no money spent and don't have that much time to play, they would rather have this type of challenge. Because it's attainable. Like me on my no money spent, I play about an hour a day, probably normally a little bit less. But it does make it in which, okay, you can easily get this challenge done. And so I get it, man. I totally get it. Do I necessarily agree with it? No. We're fouling to get Ricky Rubio in the game to start working on his assists. So one challenge is already done. I need 57 and 7. That's the next thing for KD to really work on. 57 and 7. And when I do assist, get it to Steph Curry for 3, man. Simple. I mean, I'm not asking a lot out of these guys. I'm really not. Combo stuff up. Ricky Rubio is number 99. What in the... One more assist with KD. The important thing is we just got to make sure like the dude doesn't get injured last minute. Imagine that I'm at 59 points and then like right in the last minute he gets hurt. I'm not trying to speak anything into existence. I'm just saying. Imagine how awful that would be. You got all of it and then for him to get hurt, I missed it. Yo, just chill over here, KD, honestly. I'm not having him get hurt last minute. That just seems like something that 2K would make happen. Green. There it is. KD's challenge is done. Now it's the Rubio Curry duo that we're leaning on. My Rubio, which needs 120 some assists with Cavs point guard. I don't know. I mean, he's got 51. We're making some good strides. Steph Curry, he's got 170 points. Basically, I'm thinking, I don't know. You guys do the math. How many threes is that? I don't know. I can't even think. 60 threes, maybe. Somewhere along those lines. So we're making some strides, making some progress. I mean, it's gonna take a little while, but I mean, here's the thing: if you grind for it, you can get this done in a couple of hours. It's really not that hard of a grind. You can score 320, 330 points per game. Yeah, you can get this done relatively quick. And all I do basically is run a pick and roll between Steph and Rubio. It's really kind of simple, really kind of easy. You just knock down shots with Steph. It's easy. So let's take a look at what we've accomplished. The game is winding down here. KD is done. Okay. McKinley Wright, we got what we needed to done with him as well. Steph, he's still knocking down threes. He's got 215 points. My whole thing is this. The average person should be able to score 200 points versus these guys. That's just the average person, okay? And if that's the case, you can get this done in 3 or so hours. The hardest part is going to be winning with those three, 3 Jazz players, is it? I don't even know. But that's going to be the hardest part. But it's really not that hard, and you can honestly do that as you play MyTEAM Unlimited. I don't necessarily love grinding this. I think it's definitely important that you guys have something else you're doing while grinding this, whether that's watching Netflix, watching a YouTube video. I don't care if it's my YouTube videos or not, but a YouTube video. Whether that's, watching Netflix. Having something, right, in which you're not just mindlessly just strictly grinding this, right, in which you have something else that you have occupying your time, right? I was in JC2K's stream today, man, while I was grinding this, just because it's like it is a mindless grind and it can get long and tiring, right? And so if you're gonna play the game for 48 minutes and just rack up stats, you need something else to do. We end the game with 315 points. The crazy part about it is I didn't even complete the challenge. Like, that's the craziest part about it, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is this, right? We got the rare franchise bonus change, shot creator pack, Nets floor, but then you look at the Deron Williams takeover. Yeah, we're over halfway done with threes with point guards. We're over halfway done with our assists. One more of those games. It says we're at 0 out of 20 games using 3 Jazz players. Did I not use 3 Jazz players in my lineup? Jazz player. Do I actually have to use them? I'm just confused. I don't know. You guys can let me know that down below in the comments. If I have to go into triple threat offline with them, I guess I can do that as we go through it. But I will say, I'll probably grind this on my road to 250K. At least grind the rare franchise accolade packs, that type of stuff, because those are super, super important as well. I'm going to open mine up and see where we do stand on it. If I have one already for the Chicago Bulls, I'll probably go the Indiana Pacers, right? I already got it for the Chicago Bulls. I'll probably go the Indiana Pacers just because I do think he is really tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why are there 14 teams and the Pacers aren't on here? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm confused. 1 second. I guess I'm just going to lock in. Is the Nets on here? Guess I'll just go the Brooklyn Nets. Do I already have the Pacers one, or what's going on here? I guess I already had the Pacers one. That makes sense. That's why I wasn't allowed to choose it. That's going to wrap it up for our episode today, the No Money Spent. Maybe I'll finish some of this out in domination. Maybe that would be a smart thing to do, because I do need to play some domination games to get to the Chicago Bulls. So let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.